Hello, we meet again. So I just wanted to do a quick, I guess this is the beginning maybe of a longer video. I'm not exactly sure where it's going. But this is kind of like the video that I'd kind of like to see, I guess. So mainly I'm talking to myself. So what's the situation we're in? I live in Melbourne, Australia, and yesterday an announcement was made that can make you feel unsure, can make you think, what do we do? And it reminds me of just recently, I coincidentally bumped into my cousin at the local shops. So we're not allowed to go and visit our cousin, but if you bump into them like another shopper, then you can quickly catch up for the last 6 months worth of not seeing someone. And I was talking to him about how I struggle with the fact that I would classify myself as a critical thinker. And he laughed and said, "Isn't it funny how we now say critical thinker when we used to just say thinking?" And then I laughed, but I felt this pang. I felt this pang inside, like I'm looking around going, is this all real? Is this really happening? And I'm caught between the fact that I don't want to be like a political, air quotes, person, but it's happening. And I also think, like, do I just do YouTube videos completely ignoring stuff that's going on around me? Do I just do a YouTube video about like making a quilt or the latest thing I'm doing? It almost feels sort of like insincere in a way, like I don't know. I wonder if it's because when I do the videos, I'm literally picturing that I'm talking to a friend. So then it's like, I think anybody watching is also from Melbourne. But there's people watching that are in America. They don't know really what it's like where I live. And frankly, I don't really know what it's like where I live because I've just stayed home. I've stayed home and I've stayed home and I continue to stay home. And I pray for people that are fighting for our freedom, because I'm not in a position where I can go and do that. I've got 10 kids at home. I can't be out in the streets marching, risking my physical safety. But by golly, I hope people fight for your freedom. We have been oppressed. We have been suppressed. We have suffered, and we are continuing to suffer. We are locked down. We are poorly led. People are frightened, angry, and fatigued. It's like a recipe for disaster. Like, lock us down for 18 months and then go and tell everybody, you all got to do this or else. It's like a recipe for disaster, because I don't think it's going to go down that well. Scary times. People living alone. Think about that. If you're watching this video now and you don't live alone, it's really hard to truly get that. You think about people living alone. I've spoken to a few friends who live alone, and a lot of them say that they get their like social interaction when they go to work. But if they're currently unable to work because of what's happening. And they're now at home alone. What about them? What about them? If a person normally would like, you know, be at home quite a bit, but would like go out for dinner with friends, catch up at the movies, drinks or whatever, and they can't do that for 18 months, I can't even begin to think about that, because it taps into the empathetic part of me that wants to help that person, and I can't. And then you think about me. I'm a stay-at-home mother, and you'd say largely unaffected because I don't have an employer, so I don't have like fear of losing my job. I'm surrounded by people who love me and who I love. And the world seems so stuffed. My state seems ruined. And a fear that I'd never had before for my children's future, I now have. And I used to, like, when I was a kid and things would happen and like usually an old person would be like, Lord, come quickly. I remember being like, I get it now. I get it. And I'm sitting here thinking, how can I see? How can I see what is going on? And so many don't. And someone accused me of having no idea because I don't watch the evening news. Like, I could say I have half a brain. Half a brain. And I know that the media is completely biased. Completely. I don't get it. It's troublesome. But we can't have this whole video be like Debbie Downer. So I was talking to my husband about it, and I thought, you know what? Go back to like Little House on the Prairie days. Work on my quilts, hang out with my family, listen to music, like just that good music that you enjoy. Just that, you know, those songs that you listen to and your brain just feels free, like the beat of the music, the sound of the singer's voice. Takes you away. Focus on the little things. Turn off the news. Get off Facebook. Get off social media. My husband said to me the other day, think about every time you go on Facebook, it's like adding trouble to your life. Adds trouble, because depending on how many Facebook friends you have, it's all of whatever they're talking about, and a lot of it is the same topic. And if you care about people as well, you might feel like you have to engage in some way, react in some way. But we all have our biases, don't we? We all have our particular bents in life, particular things that are like no deal. And you've spent most of your life trying to be like, cool, yeah, cool, that's all right, cool. And then suddenly it isn't cool. You got to work out a way to cope with that. So it's interesting times. I pray for those fighting. I do. I pray for those who are struggling and alone and worried and confused and sad. I pray for you. I care for you. If you do not live in Victoria. Do you understand the feeling? The feeling of being born and raised in a first world nation, in the most livable city in the world, and then to seriously consider getting the hell out of here. 43,000 people have left Victoria. And a part of me feels like I'm looking down the barrel of the gun. The same decision to make. So I needed to film this. I needed to record this time in my life. I get it. I totally get it why people will do YouTube videos where they like just talk about their gardening only, or they talk about their pets only. Like I get it. I really get it. And them talking about their garden or their pets or whatever doesn't discount the fact that other stuff's going on. A lot of people are coming on YouTube for like a reprieve. Like they don't really want to hear it anymore. They're over it. But it's not over. I'm over it and it's not over. So we keep holding on. I keep praying. I keep trying to practice ways of being peaceful. I do not engage. I do not engage with any online arguing. Like I'm literally not even tempted to. So it's not like I'm going, oh, I want to argue, but don't do it. I'm not even there. I don't need the noise. I need the peace. I love simple living because it's simple. It's simple. The black cockatoos that have started visiting us feels like a tremendous gift. We've never, in 12 years of living here, had black cockatoos visit us. And they're visiting. They're just up in the trees and we watch them and enjoy them. But they're magnificent. They sound beautiful. They look amazing. They're not annoying. They're not troublesome. And they certainly ain't worried about nothing. You feel worried? Sit outside and watch birds for a few minutes and you'll realize that's literally what the Bible says about the birds not worrying is fact. You cannot deny it. I don't think anybody could convince me that they ever looked up and saw a bird flying around looking worried. Blessed are the peacemakers. Know your rights. Be of strong heart and courage. Love others. Love others in their weakness. You have weakness too. Pray for strength and stamina. Peace, 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 peace. Feel your feelings. Feel them. Recognize what stress does to your body and work hard to not be stressed. These are interesting times that we're in. Peace. The tail feathers.